After learning about the various types of statements and the direct conclusions which can be made, let us now understand what is meant by a complementary pair of statements. A complementary pair of statements is nothing but a set of two statements where if one of the statement fails, then definitely the other should be true. For example, when we toss a coin, there are two possible outcomes. Either it should be a head or it has to be a tail. So here head and tail can be taken as a complementary pair. Now, for tossing a coin, if we say that the outcome is not a head, that means when the head fails, definitely the outcome should be tail. Why? Because there is no other possibility. Similarly, when we say that the outcome is not a tail, we can understand that it is a head. So this is how a complementary pair works. That is, when one of the statement fails, the other statement should be definitely true. So in all such cases where when one of the condition fails, the other condition has to be true is referred as complementary pair. So let us now look at the complementary statements in syllogisms. As we have discussed, we have got four types of statements, and these four statements can be divided into two complementary pairs. The first pair here is no A is B and some A's are B's. These two statements form a complementary pair. That means when the first statement here is false, the second statement should be definitely true. And when the second statement is false, the first statement has to be true. Let us understand this with the help of an example. No A is B. So this can be represented with the help of this diagram. This is A and B. As we have already discussed, the only possibility for no A is B is this Venn diagram. Now for this condition to be false, for this condition to fail, at least one of the A should be B. Only then we can say that no A is B is false. So when at least one of the A's comes under B, the condition fails. So, and that can be shown with the help of this diagram, that is A and B. Here we see that some of the A's become B. At least one is nothing but some, as we have already discussed. So the statements no A is B and some A's are B's form a complementary pair. Why? Because when this is false, this should be definitely true. And likewise, for this statement to be false, this statement has to be true. That means when we say that some A's are B's is false, some A's are B's fails. In that case, no A is B should be true. Why? Because for some A's are B's to be false, all the A's should not be B's. That means no A should be B, and that can be shown with the help of that diagram. So very clearly, no A is B and some A's are B's forms a complementary pair. That is, when one of these statements fails, the other statement has to be true. The second complementary pair which we have is all A's are B's and some A's are not B's. Again, the same rule is applicable. When the first statement here is false, then the second should be true. And when the second statement is false, the first has to be true. Let us understand this with the help of diagrams. We know that all A's are B's can be represented with the help of this diagram. Here you see that all the A's are B's. Now for this condition to fail, at least one of the A's should come out. Only then all A's are B's become false. So for A, when it comes out, it appears as given here. Let us assume some of the A's have come out. Now in this case, we find that all the A's are not B's. So that is how when this condition fails, this becomes true. That is, some A's are not B's. Here we can find that some of the A's are not B's. And likewise, when this statement is false, this statement becomes true. That is, when some A's are not B's, for example, let us assume some A's are not B's should be false. For this to happen, all the A's must be B's. So all A's are B's and some A's are not B's form the second complementary pair. So we always need to take care of such complementary pairs when we are solving questions from syllogisms. Generally, two types of questions are asked from syllogisms. For the given statements, we either have to find out what are the conclusions or we have to find out what are the possibilities. So let us understand what is the difference between a conclusion and a possibility. A conclusion is nothing but something which is true in all the cases. So conclusion is nothing but which is definitely true. Definitely true or true in all the cases. Definitely true in all cases. Whereas when it comes to a possibility, it may be true in only one of the cases. So possibility is something which is true in one of the cases, at least one of the cases we can say. Let us take an example to understand this. Let us assume the given statement is A is the wife of B. A is the wife of B. Now when the statement is A is the wife of B, the definite conclusion which we can make out of it, B is the husband of A. Why? Because when A is a wife, B has to be the husband, right? So we can say that B is the husband of A. Now here you can see that for the given statement, this is a conclusion. Why? Because this is definitely true in any case. Let us now take an example for possibility. Let us assume the statement is A is the son of B. A is the son of B. Now for this given statement, A is the son of B, we cannot have any definite conclusion. Like in the previous case, when the statement was A is the wife of B, there was a definite conclusion, that is B is the husband of A. But in this case, we do not have anything which is definite. What we can only say here is when A is the son of B, B is the parent of A. B is the parent of A. But whether B is a male parent or the female parent cannot be decided here. That means there are two possibilities. What are the possibilities? The first possibility here is B is father of A, and the second possibility is B is mother of A. So this is the basic difference between a conclusion and a possibility. As you can see, for this statement we can make a definite conclusion. So this can be taken as a conclusion for the given statement because that is definitely true. But when it comes to possibilities, when the statement is A is the son of B, B is the father of A is a possibility, and B is the mother of A is the other possibility. So there are two possible cases here. And we cannot say that B is the father of A is definitely true. Why? Because B can be the mother of A as well. Similarly, we cannot say B is the mother of A has to be definitely true. Why? Because B can also be the father of A. So such cases are referred as possibilities where there is not a definite conclusion, and this can be taken as a definite conclusion. So a conclusion is nothing but which is true in all the cases as shown here, and possibilities are nothing but which are true in any one of the cases. So this is the first case and this is the second case. Both can be taken as a possibilities. So in syllogisms we have these two types of questions. Either we need to find out the conclusions which are definitely true, or possibilities which are true in at least one of the cases. Let us now take some examples to understand this.